This is a Quran, and this is no ordinary book. Yet there were people who said it wasn't the Quran at all. Just lies, just false poetry, just Muhammad's poetry. The fire that a wife will light against her husband. The pain of Muhammad comforts me. Slaves, scatter these thorns outside his house. This is the story of the man who disgraced the messenger of Allah in the middle of the marketplace. People of Mecca, do not listen to him. He is my nephew, but he is mad. Mad. Laughter echoed across the valley. Mockery filled the air. In most Muslim homes, children memorize the Quran word for word, verse for verse, whether they understand it or not. Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Nas, and Surah Lahab. We memorize them so easily, but do we ever pause to understand? Maybe this is why the Quran lives in our homes, but not always in our hearts. What is Surah Lahab? A chapter revealed calling Abu Lahab by name. Yes, by name. And who was Jamil, the woman mentioned beside him? Did you hear what they say? Jamil's necklace will become the rope around her neck in hereafter. But why? What did this husband and wife do that Allah himself condemned them forever in his book? I will carry wood upon my head. I will feed the fire. My wealth will save me. My sons will protect me. But the decree was sealed. The curse, the fire, the lesson, the miracle of the surah still lives today. And the story behind it burns like a flame. It begins on an ordinary morning in Mecca. The sun stroked the golden desert. Camels stirred. Men prepared for their day. Children rubbed sleep from their eyes. Life was simple, quiet, peaceful, until a lone figure began climbing Mount Safa. Who is that? Someone whispered. Someone is on the mountain. In ancient Arabia, Mount Safa was a place for warnings, announcements, and urgent calls. And today, Muhammad, the messenger of Allah, stood upon it. He reached the top, looked over the city of Mecca, and called out a cry that made the earth itself tremble. Ya Sab. Not a prayer, not a business call. A warning, a sign of danger. People rushed out of their homes. Shopkeepers abandoned their stalls. Women quieted their children. The valley filled with footsteps and fear. They gathered beneath the mountain. Every eye fixed on the man they trusted more than anyone, Muhammad, the one they called As-Siddiq, the truthful, Al-Amin, the trustworthy. He looked over them, his people, his tribe, his blood, and said, "If I were to tell you that an enemy army is hiding behind this mountain, ready to strike, would you believe me?" "Yes," they shouted. "You are truthful. You are trustworthy. We have never known you to lie." Silence fell, and then the truth descended like a sword. "Then know this. I warn you of a punishment that is coming. A punishment severe beyond imagination. Worship Allah alone." The crowd froze. Time seemed to stop. Faces turned pale. "Leave the gods of our ancestors." What is he saying? What madness is this? And then, like a boiling pot exploding, came the voice of Abu Lahab. "Perish you. May your hands be destroyed. Tabin Laka. Is this why you brought us here?" His curse shot through the air and returned upon him. His fate sealed in the book of all along before he ever knew. But the surah did not descend that day. Not yet, because every revelation arrives at its perfect moment, and the cruelty of Abu Lahab had only begun. Everywhere the prophet walked, Abu Lahab followed, like a vulture circling its prey. What poetry today? What lies has he invented? He mocked, he insulted, he poisoned the air with slander. Then he gathered street boys, wild, cruel, destructive. Follow him, throw stones. Don't let him walk in peace. Even children became weapons. And behind this man was a woman, beautiful in appearance, venomous in heart. Jamil, perfume trailing her, jewels shining on her neck, pride glowing in her eyes. But behind the beauty, a darkness that even the nobles feared. "Boycott him," she shouted. "Abandon him. Break him." Her words spread like wildfire, and at night her servants crept in the shadows, gathering thorns sharp poisonous. Scatter them at his door. Let him bleed at dawn. This was not just cruelty. It was betrayal. a wound from family, from blood. Then Abu Lahab did something even worse. He turned to his sons. If you do not divorce your wives, my face is forbidden to you. And so, under pressure, the daughters of the prophet, Ruqayyah and Kulthum, were divorced. Streets filled with mockery, doorsteps filled with thorns, homes filled with grief. When oppression reached its final limit, the reply came from the heavens. Perish be the hands of Abu Lahab, and perished is he. His wealth will not benefit him, nor anything he gained. He will burn in a blazing fire. And his wife, the carrier of firewood, will have a rope of twisted fiber around her neck. Abu Lahab laughed when he heard it. My hands? Look at them. Strong, not ruined. But time answered him. A disease struck him. His body rotted. His skin decayed. The stench was unbearable. People gagged as they passed. He lay unburied for days. Even his sons refused to touch him. Finally, when the smell filled the city, they pushed his corpse with long poles and buried him from a distance. No funeral, no honor, no goodbye. This was the man who mocked the prophet before Quraysh. This was the man who cursed the messenger of Allah. This was the man who once walked with arrogance and pride. In the end, even dogs were treated with more dignity. Anam Jamil, the woman of beauty, jewels, and pride, became a symbol of firewood, fuel for a flame she had once lit herself. Their story lives only as a warning, a mirror, because every one of us carries wood. Every one of us spreads whispers. Every one of us ignites fire through our words, our pride, our envy. If we fuel evil, we carry wood. If we spread hatred, we tie the rope around our own necks. This is not just a story of the past. It is a mirror for today. Wealth cannot save. Pride cannot protect. Hatred burns only the one who carries it. The Quran lives. Its warnings breathe. Its lessons shine. If this reminder reaches your heart, share it. Let another soul hear it. Let another heart awaken. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It costs nothing, but it helps us continue this journey, because tomorrow is not promised, and the fire is real.